Have you ever noticed those numbers with a dot nestled right in the middle, like 1.5 or perhaps 3.25? These little dots might seem insignificant, but they unlock a whole new way of understanding numbers. Those are decimals. They're a fundamental part of how we represent numbers in our everyday lives. They help us talk about numbers that aren't whole, those in-between values that exist between every integer we know. Think of it as a way to express parts of things, not just the complete thing itself. Decimals are the in-between numbers, the bridge between one whole number and the next. They allow us to be more precise than just rounding up or down. Like when you have part of a cookie, maybe not a whole one, but a fraction of it. Decimals help us quantify exactly how much of that cookie you have, or a measurement that's not quite a whole number. Imagine measuring something and it's a little over 5 inches, but not quite 6. Decimals allow us to capture that little over with accuracy. Imagine whole numbers as big steps, each one representing a complete unit. Decimals let you stand between those steps, giving you a way to express positions that aren't quite on one step or the other. They fill in the gaps, showing parts of a whole in a new way. They offer a different perspective on how we divide and understand quantities. You see decimals everywhere. Once you start looking for them, you'll be amazed at how frequently they appear in your daily life. On price tags, showing you the exact cost of an item down to the very last cent. Thermometers, indicating the temperature with precision, allowing you to know if you have a slight fever. And scales, measuring weight with incredible accuracy, whether you're baking a cake or tracking your fitness progress. Without them, it'd be hard to say exactly how much something costs, leading to confusion and inaccurate transactions, or how tall you are. We wouldn't be able to track growth with the same level of detail. Decimals give us the power to be exact, allowing for precision in science, engineering, and countless other fields. By the end of this journey, you'll spot decimals everywhere, recognizing their importance and understanding their value. And know exactly what they mean, feeling confident in your ability to work with and understand these powerful numbers. Let's dive in and become decimal detectives. We'll uncover all the secrets and mysteries that decimals hold. Think back to when you first started noticing numbers in the world around you. One of the very first places you probably met decimals was with money. When you're out shopping, a price tag might say something like $5.99 for a toy, or maybe $10.50 for a book. That little dot sitting between the numbers, that's the decimal point. And it's super important because it separates the whole dollars from the cents. The numbers to the left of the dot, those are your whole dollars. That's the big stuff. And the numbers to the right of the dot, those are the cents, representing the parts of a dollar. They're like tiny fractions of a whole. So, for example, if you see a price tag that says $4.75, that means you need 4 whole dollars and 75 cents to buy it. That 75 cents is like having 75 out of 100 parts of a dollar. Almost a whole dollar, but not quite. And when you think about it, coins are really just decimals in action, right in your hand. Think about a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. A dime? That's 10 cents. A nickel is 5 cents. And a penny? Well, a penny is just 1 cent. Every little bit counts. So let's say you have a $5 bill and you also have 2 quarters and a dime jingling in your pocket. That means you have $5.60 in total. And the cool thing is, decimals make adding up all that money super easy. No more struggling with complicated fractions. You're actually using decimals every single time you count your money, whether you realize it or not. They help keep things clear, organized, and easy to understand when you're dealing with different amounts. So, in a way, money is like our first and most common decimal friend. It's always there, helping us make sense of the world around us. See? You're already a decimal pro, and you didn't even know it. You've been using them all along. That little dot you see nestled within numbers, like in 2.50 or 1.5 comma, might seem insignificant at first glance. But don't let its size fool you. This tiny symbol plays a huge role in how we understand and use numbers every day. It's a key component in expressing values that are not just whole numbers, but also fractions and parts of a whole. This powerful point is called the decimal point. It's a fundamental concept in mathematics and is used extensively in various fields, from finance to science. Understanding the decimal point is crucial for anyone working with numbers, whether you're calculating your grocery bill or analyzing complex scientific data. At its core, it's the divider, the great separator between whole numbers, those complete indivisible units, and the parts of a whole, the fractions and pieces that make up everything in between. Think of it as a bridge connecting the world of integers to the realm of fractional values. To the left of the decimal point reside the whole numbers, the familiar 1, 2, 3, and so on. These are the complete units, the full amounts that we can easily count and visualize. They represent entire objects or quantities, without any fractional components. To the right, however, lies a different world, decimal places, the realm of fractional parts, the pieces that are smaller than 1. These are the values that represent portions of a whole, allowing us to express quantities with greater precision. First, we have tenths, representing 1/10 of a whole. Imagine dividing something into 10 equal parts. Each part represents a tenth. Then come hundredths, representing 1/100th of a whole, and so on, extending to thousandths, 10,000ths, and beyond, allowing for increasingly finer levels of precision. The very first spot immediately to the right of the dot is the tenths place, indicating how many tenths of a whole we have. And the next position over is the hundredths place, showing how many hundredths we have. Each position further to the right represents a smaller and smaller fraction of the whole. Let's say you have a chocolate bar divided into 10 equal pieces. If you decide to eat just one out of those 10 chocolate pieces, that's represented as 0.1 comma, meaning 1/10 of the whole chocolate bar. Now what if you indulged a little more and ate 3 pieces? That would be 0.3 comma, representing 3/10 of the bar. For hundredths, let's shift our perspective. Imagine a grid made up of 100 tiny squares. If you color in just one out of those 100 squares, that's 0.01 comma, or 1/100th of the entire grid. In essence, the decimal point keeps everything organized within our number system, ensuring that each digit holds its correct value and place. It's the key to showing exactly how much of something you have, whether it's a precise measurement in a recipe or the exact amount of money in your bank account. It's a simple and efficient way to represent fractions, allowing us to easily express values like 1/10 or 1/100th in a compact and easily understandable format. So the next time you see that little dot, remember that the decimal point is the unsung hero that makes numbers precise, allowing us to work with fractions and express values with incredible accuracy. Whole numbers are for counting complete things like 3 dogs or 8 books. Decimals are for measuring parts like eating half a pizza, 0.5, or running a race in 9.2 seconds. Whole numbers give the big picture. Decimals fill in the details. In a race, 9 seconds is a whole number, but 9.2 seconds shows a tiny difference that matters. You count family members with whole numbers, but measure height with decimals, like 3.5 feet tall. Decimals let us describe things that aren't whole, like time, distance, or money. Both are useful, but decimals give us the details between the whole numbers. That's the key difference. Decimals are essential for measuring since real-world things are rarely exact whole numbers. If you're 4.25 feet tall, that's 4 whole feet plus a quarter foot more. Two friends, Alex at 1.4 meters and Ben at 1.45 meters. Decimals show Ben is just a bit taller. Rulers use decimals too. A crayon might be 3.5 inches long, not just 3. Decimals make measurements accurate and clear. Building something? If you need a piece 8.5 inches long, decimals help you get it just right. Without decimals, things wouldn't fit together properly. From skyscrapers to crafts, decimals make sure every piece is the right size. Measurement is a science, and decimals are the key. Cooking uses decimals all the time. A recipe might call for 1.5 cups of flour, 1 cup plus half a cup. Baking a cake? You might need 2.5 cups of sugar, 0.5 teaspoons of salt, and 1.25 cups of milk. Decimals make recipes clear and easy to follow. Even oven temperatures and food packaging use decimals, like 1.75 liters of juice. Without decimals, recipes would be confusing and food might not turn out right. Decimals are the secret code for perfect cooking. Next time you're in the kitchen, look for the decimals. They're the key to tasty creations. Decimals are everywhere. On thermometers, price tags, car dashboards, and gas stations. They make life precise, letting us measure, weigh, and value things accurately. Without decimals, it'd be hard to talk about money or measure time in races. The decimal point is your friend, separating wholes from parts. Now, when you see numbers like 7.9 or 12.45 comma, you know exactly what they mean. Point out decimals when you see them. They're a powerful tool. Learning about decimals lets you see the world in more detail. Congratulations, you're officially a decimal expert.